In my usual pattern of exploring farms, I met with a herder who is fully involved in the cattle business. If you are curious about his name, this is it.
My name is Original Dictionary.
Original,
Original Dictionary, the boy from America.
the boy from America.
Yes.
Honestly, I haven't heard such a name before, but the name isn't the focus because there are other important things to uncover in this video, including why cows are rarely bred in the eastern part of Nigeria and are instead raised in the north and transported to the east for business. This video will also reveal how much is needed to start a cattle business and why this herder has remained in this trade for almost 30 years.
So I want to know, do you breed these cows by yourself, or it's something that you buy for the sake of business?
Muna kawo su ne abin nan.
He explained that they don't breed the cows themselves. Instead, they purchase from the northern states and transport them to the east for business.
Muna samun su a Taraba. Akwai wadda ake samu a Adamawa.
They usually get the cows either from Taraba or from Adamawa. But now the big question is this: why don't they breed these cows themselves here in the southeast?
Very hard now. You know that there are some things that are used for breeding of cows. You understand? There are some injections, there are some things which they can't get it here. That's why they usually go too much to buy it.
What made them to start the business? Like, what is the force behind them starting the business?
Tambayan da yake ma ba mene dalilin na kiwon shanu. Ana kiwon shanu saboda mu sayar ne ko kuma saboda su ci gaba da haifuwa suna girma.
Ba mu da wani
According to this businessman, there is no business that is more guaranteed and popular like selling of cows.
Meaning that there is so much this thing in it, gain in it.
Having been in the business for nearly 30 years, this herder told me that it has been rewarding and he gives all glory to God.
If somebody wants to start this business, what are the requirements for starting a cow business, especially in Nigeria now?
za ka fara samun fili ne. In ka samu filin sai ka aje su sai ka samu.
According to him, to start this business, you first need to acquire land and get someone knowledgeable about cattle. After that, you can begin operations. Also, when buying cows, it is important to record the purchase price so that when it's time to sell, you can ensure a profit. At the end of the day, you should calculate your total earnings and losses to understand how the business is performing.
If I want to start now, talking about capital finances, like how much is required to start with?
Gaskiya sai ya tana da ko irin miliyan 4 ko 3 tukuna. In zai fara daga ɗan kaɗan kamin ya je inda suke yawan.
Talking about the capital requirements, the herder told me that one can start with 5 million naira. I also asked about the peak season for sales, and he explained that the period from November to December, leading up to the Christmas celebrations, is when they experience the highest sales.
How do you cater for them? You know, them staying here, they will need food and everything. So how do you cater for them, at least for the period that they are here?
Idan muka fitar da su za mu je mu duba inda dai ba gona bane.
If they want to rear the cows, they first make inquiries to identify areas with forage but no farms. The cows graze in such areas. Once the grasses are exhausted, they move on to find other locations without farms where the cows can feed.
A Afirka babu inda ba za ka yi abun nan kasuwanci ba, duk inda ka aje kanka garanti ne in za ka yi sana'an ka ne kake yi.
He further shared with me that anyone can run a cattle business anywhere as long as there is land and access to areas where the cows can forage. Transporting these cows from Taraba State to the eastern part of Nigeria is a long journey. So a common question is whether they record losses due to cattle deaths during transit.
Ana samu.
Some usually die. They usually get losses.
So in such situations, how do they deal with it? Because you know these are losses. So how do they deal with it? Do they just take the cows and then bury, or how exactly do they go about it?
Kuka dauko shanun kamar daga gefen Adama ko Taraba kuka kawo garin nan.
Akwai asara amma gaga dabba.
He said that if the cow dies upon arrival, they either look for a place to bury it or give it to someone who is willing to consume it.
How often do they push down cows from the north down to this place?
Ana iya kawo idan wayannan suka kare a ƙaro wasu.
When the population of cows decreases, they bring in more. According to him, within a span of 3 weeks, new cows will be brought in.
When they are coming, like how many do they bring from the north down here?
ana kawo muku sanikai daga arewa suna kai kamar guda nawa kuke kawo.
Ana iya kawowa in dai da sai kasuwa yana tafiya sosai.
This businessman stated that it all depends on the market. If sales are going well, they may decide to bring in 80 cows or more. But if the market is slow, they might bring in only about 40 cows. Let me give you an overview of this business. The cow business in Nigeria is a major part of the agricultural sector and plays a vital role in food supply. Most cattle traded in Nigeria are sourced from the northern states like Taraba, Adamawa, Borno, Kano, Katsina, and Kaduna, where large-scale cattle rearing is common. These cows are then transported to the southern and eastern part of the country for sale and consumption. For trading alone, people can start with capital ranging from 500,000 to several millions, depending on the scale.
So this one here now, how long are they likely to stay before at least majority of them are being sold out?
To gaskiya ne ana iya samun
If the market is doing well and buyers are coming, it won't even take up to 3 weeks.
Then, talking about marketing, how do they sell? Do they sell more of maybe butchered meat, or do they sell live? Which one do they sell more?
ya ka siya.
If you buy the cows from here, they can slaughter it for you if you want. But if you prefer to take the live cow home, that's also your choice.
Abin da yake da rai ba za a haɗa shi da wanda ya kwanta.
I was told that they make more profit from selling live cows. Just as every business has its major customers, there are individuals who buy cows for occasions such as burials, weddings, naming ceremonies, and similar events.
Since you started this business, have there been times when maybe he felt like quitting as a result of one issue or maybe lack of sales or something? Was there any time he felt like quitting?
Ba na tunanin wannan. Gaskiya tafiya da su kiwo ka je ka yi kiwo kamin ka dawo ba ƙaramin wahala ba ne.
He has never thought of quitting this business. When talking about the challenges, he said the most stressful part is taking the cattle out to feed. However, he is now used to the process. They usually take the cows out for grazing around 9 a.m. and bring them back around 5 or 6 p.m.
How many breeds are here currently? Is this one breed? I've already seen one that people call the Cameroonian cow or something. So how many breeds are here? Right?
Akwai wannan babban can guda ɗaya ba na Najeriya ba
Shi
ne.
na ina ne?
Na outside.
Wani gefe?
Kasan waje kusa yana ko ina ne. Wannan sojan da ya koma yanzu
China.
ya kawo su.
China.
Ƙasashen waje ne. Ɗan Nijar to. Nijar ma duka ba wai kusan mu ne.
Say that it's only that brown cow that is not from there, it's from Nigeria.
From Niger Republic. Is it more expensive than these other ones?
Kai bai fi ba. Bai fi ba amma
He stated that the Niger cow is not more expensive than the Nigerian breed.
So that one now, the brown one people are calling Nigeria or something. How much is this sold for?
inda yana da lafiya yana da girma zai iya zuwa.
The header explained that the price of the Niger cow depends on its health. If the cow is healthy, it can go for 1.8 million naira or more. But if reverse is the case, you may sell it for 1 million naira or slightly above.
What of these other cows now? Let's say the big one of them all. Like how much can one purchase it?
Ana iya samun na miliyan 1,400,200.
Since they usually buy cow here at the rate of that 1.5, 1.3, 1.6.
It means that the Niger this thing now is more expensive than the Niger.
When they have big cows that are from Nigeria, they said they usually sell it to
So, but considering the two of them, which one has a better taste? Is it this the Nigerian cow or this other one?
the Nigerian cow tastes more than the other breed. That's the Nigerian one.
Okay. But I want to know the two of them, the two breeds, which one is stronger and survives more?
Kai wancan na arewa sun fi jumawa da abu.
I was told that in terms of strength, Nigerian cows are stronger than those from Niger Republic.
When he brings them down from the north, are there things they do based on, normally they will be dehydrated as a result of no water, for a long time. Are there things they do when they bring them from the north to make sure that they are very stable?
Muna ba su
When the cows are brought from the north, if they are weak, they give them medicines and inject them.
they want to purchase cows, do they have to go, or would they have to go to Taraba themselves to purchase it, or is there somebody there that they will have to send money to that will push it down?
They have people that buy from there and sell. Sometimes they go there to buy it themselves.
Okay, okay. Alright, no wahala. Your my oga here don dey para say one carry cow comot outside. So make I just stop am.
Ina so mu tafi kiwo.
Abi they don dey hungry already.
Oga